Man, Brian, it's been tough. A whole year we haven't had any comic conventions.
Well, Mark, I have news for you, buddy.
I mean, how do you get rid of all that stuff that's behind you? You got tons of stuff.
Hold on. I got big news. Big news.
All right. What do you got?
East of the River Comic Book and Collectibles Show is returning.
Oh, man.
June 27th from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. It's only $1 to get in. And they're going to be doing early bird at 8 a.m. for $3. This is like huge. We're coming back.
It's huge.
Yeah, but the craziest thing is this is going to be one of the biggest locations ever, the safest locations ever. Sports on 66. It's an indoor sports facility, so everybody has plenty of space.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of that place. It has like a soccer field. It has a basketball court.
Yeah.
There's gonna be tons of space in there.
It's in East Hampton, Connecticut. We have flyers online. There's a Facebook page, an event page. You just type in East of the River Comic Book and Collectibles Show. You'll see it. Join it. It has all the information, all the updates from Scott Pellin, and he's actually looking for vendors right now.
And he's gonna have a lot of space for vendors, so get in there now if you got a chance.
Yes. So if you are interested in being a vendor or interested in going to the show, find us on Facebook at East of the River Comic Book Collectibles Show. Message Scott, and hopefully he'll get you a space. We'll keep everybody posted here weekly about how everything's going, and we hope to see you at the show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Geekonomics, we're back. Brian, do you have a ponytail? I just saw it when you turned your head.
I do. I do.
Oh, man.
My hair is getting long.
Your hair is getting long, my friend. You just turned your head, and I just saw when you turned around. I was like, does Brian have a ponytail?
Yep, I do.
Oh, man. He's that guy.
I got the hippie now. I got the hippie tail going on.
That weird, creepy guy with a ponytail.
My hair is like I put it up because it's on my neck. Especially when it's warm out.
You got a haircut, my friend. They do allow you to do those now.
I'm going to see how long I can go.
Oh, man. This is going to be bad. All right. Welcome to the show, everybody. After that, the derailment. We're back. It's going to be a crazy weekend, Brian. A lot going on.
Yes. It's very exciting.
Are you ready for this weekend?
I got my shoes ready. I got my walking struts going. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. Got my headphones charged. I'm going to be like, I am ready for the 5K, the Enfield Cinco de
Mayo. Yes.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yes. Benefiting the Enfield Rotary Scholarship Foundation.
Yeah, this Saturday.
Yeah.
You have to sign on online. You have to register online.
No day of signups.
Right. You have to be there between 8 and 9 to get all your stuff.
The bib up, as the kids would say.
And then at 9 o'clock, we walk.
We go.
And it's really a 3-mile walk.
Yeah. I mean, you can run too. It's just we're just walking.
I am not running.
Because we're old.
My body's not built to run. Sorry.
No.
The
running joke I always had with my friends growing up. I only run if the cops are chasing me. And even then, I probably would just give up. And you're like, yeah, you got me.
If someone's threatening my life with a gun, I will be running. But beyond that,
get a zigzag though when that happens. Pincer formation.
Yeah. But anyway, that's happening Saturday, and then it's also free comic book day on Saturday as well.
Yes, and then Saturday night there is a Western Mass Zombies game here in Springfield at the South End CUNY Center. They'll be taking on the Red Rose Thunder.
Ooh, are you filming that? Are you?
I will be there. I will be there filming that. Yeah.
Oh, so it is a long weekend for you.
Yes, and you will see Matt Ryan will also be in attendance, which then you can go visit him on Sunday, and you can visit Brian because he'll be part of the Free Lunch Comics.
Free Lunch Comics? No, hold on. I got it right here.
Okay.
It's this Sunday, May 2nd, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 2 Park Place in Granby, Connecticut. Free Lunch Comic Day, an outdoor comic flea market.
Yeah.
So I will be there. I will be selling. I will have my comics. And all that is in our show notes. Just if you forget it, go to show notes. It's always there. I will be selling comics. I got a lot of new stuff. I will be
I'll put
selling.
the flyer up during that as you're saying that.
Oh, cool.
In the video version.
I got a lot of smaller stuff that I need to get rid of. So I will have definitely deals going on. I will have all my stuff when I do this show in June, June 27th, which we'll talk about more next week. Well, we've already been talking about it, but
you'll see the trailer before the commercial before every show. So
yeah. I will
We're promoting the heck out of it because
I'll have my shirts. I'll have comics. I'll have action figures. I'll have that all for that one. But this one's a little bit more low key, and it's comics.
Yeah,
and superhero oriented for me. Yeah. So it should be good.
There's a lot of cool shops around where, around where Matt's place is located. So
yeah, I'll have 2 tables. I'll have my tent,
nice.
Which would be nice.
I'll have my camping chair. I'll be there.
Now, why you're just going to hang out?
Let's go hang out. Yeah, hang out with you guys.
So this is at Free Lunch Studios.
It is. I've been there. It's a nice place. He has like a little shop. He has like a little office space inside the building, but the location is I'm assuming he's doing it in the parking lot of his place.
It's outdoors.
Yeah, it's a very nice small little parking lot, so there's plenty of space for everybody to wander around. And I don't know where they're doing the parking. I mean, there's a shopping plaza right next door, so I'm assuming you'll park there and walk over. So
I wasn't sure if it's gonna be one of those things where you park your car and that's what you set up.
I don't know. That's a good question. We'll have to ask Matt Ryan that question.
Yeah, we're setting up at 9, so I don't know.
I'll be there around 11 noon, maybe.
Yeah, I figured. Anyway, that's happening this weekend. So please, all the information's in show notes as always, and please come check it out. And it's going to be a fun weekend. Something we haven't had in a long time.
Yeah. A very busy weekend, which is something that hasn't happened in a year.
I'll be out of the house 2 days in a row. That's weird. I'm not out of the house 2 days in a row like that.
Allison's not to know what to do with herself. She'll be like, I have all this free time without Brian nagging me or asking dumb questions.
No.
What will I do with myself?
Yeah, what's Claire gonna do without you?
Watch Buffy.
Is that show over yet?
No, she's still in her Buffy watch. So
what season? Like
I think she's on season 5 last time I happened to catch.
How many seasons?
7.
Wow.
But they're 22 episodes a season. So
yeah. And they're like 44 minutes.
Yeah, I think they're hour-long shows. Yeah, so probably like 40 minutes. Yeah.
Wow, that went on for a long time.
It did.
Is she gonna watch
it was on so long it starts in SD and ends in HD.
Yeah, because it started on was it WB? And then it went to CW. I don't even know.
So, yeah, one of those. Yeah, like it was part of the transition, like UPN or something like that.
Yeah,
it was back in that time frame.
Angel was, or was it no, it wasn't a Fox show. Was Buffy a Fox?
I think it was a Fox show.
Oh, okay. And then because Angel was on Fox.
Yeah.
So that makes.
I think the reruns are on CW, like the afternoon, like Charmed was on TNT.
Yeah.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's our weekend, so that should be fun. And the weather looks good. The weather looks nice.
Well, Claire will be at the 5K because she's walking in it with us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
While watching Buffy.
Yes, she'll be watching Buffy as she's walking. She's gonna have a little thing.
Just put it on your phone. Watch it on your phone.
Yeah. Well, I'll be walking ahead of her. I probably won't be walking with her.
Yeah.
I've forewarned all the people that have signed up with me that I'm not gonna be walking with any of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my headphones on and I'm just going.
We talked about this last week. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
I want to get this done.
Yeah.
And I want to get in the zone.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
The auto zone.
I don't want to chit chat.
Get in the zone. The auto zone.
Yeah. We know. I think we know our friends way too well here. So I got for my week.
I know it's been a year since I've seen you, but I don't want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you right now.
Speaking of which, I had a fun over the weekend story of one of our friends actually I could tell you about.
Sure.
I got a call Saturday from Mrs. Wilkinson, Barb, as we call
Oh,
her.
okay. Yeah.
I guess they've been having issues with their cable
So why is she
at the
calling
house
you?
because I
You're
work for
not
the
a,
cable company.
but you don't. You work for public
Doesn't
access.
matter, Brian. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Did
I
you
get
charge
phone
her?
calls from all my friends because I work for the cable company. Even though I have nothing to do with their cable, they still call me to ask
Did
me
you charge
questions.
her at least? Did you like?
No, no, God, no, no. But no, so they had a thing with their cable, and they were having. Dan had decided to tear all the wires out of the house and rewire the whole house of cable wire.
Okay.
So Barb asked me if I had 85 feet of cable wire just hanging around that she could grab for me. I was like, no, no, I don't. No.
What do you Radio Shack?
Yeah. So she like, put Dan on the phone, and the funny part is Dan's like, yeah, I just message me the information because I was like, give him a website that they can order it from, and he's like, just email me the information. I'm very busy right now. I got stuff going on. I can't talk.
So why
Okay.
that
So then I ended up going to Walmart that day, and I was wandering through Walmart, and I was like, well, let me just walk like the Walmart up here in Springfield. I was like, let me wander over into the TV section, the video section, and there they have tons of sizes of coax cable that you can buy. So I called Barb back and told her put Dan on the phone,
go to Walmart?
and I said, just go to Walmart. They have all the cable wire you could need. And he was very appreciative. He was like, "Oh, thank you so much. Didn't know it was gonna take so long. I got all this cable wire. I'm pulling all this wire out of the house."
You know what's weird? When I have questions like this, I just go to Google, and I could have told you that. Like,
Yeah,
it's just weird. It's
I don't
weird.
know,
Like they
but it
went
was
to
very. It was just funny. The picture was more me just having the laugh of picturing Dan like on his hands and knees crawling through his house, just pulling cable wire out and like getting all tangled up in it, like a Charlie Chaplin scene. I could just see Dan on the ground. All the cables everywhere. I can't get out.
I can't get out, and then
Mom, give me the scissors.
Barb's just like, well, let's call Mark.
Yeah, Mark will know what to do.
Mark will know what to do. That's too funny. Well, hey, you helped him out. That was very nice of you.
Yeah, it was just. I hadn't talked to Dan since the Jeremy Hutzel drive by for his birthday.
Well, you talked to Dan, setting him up for his COVID shot.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, but I mean,
So-
yeah, from longer than like 5 seconds, basically.
Yeah.
I didn't really talk to Dan long for that, but yeah, but
Wow, that's too funny.
Yeah.
And over the weekend, we both watched Mortal Kombat, which we'll talk about
did.
in length at the
We
end.
did. We will.
Also, I realized, okay, our friend Rocky, who he doesn't like anything.
You see, I finally just asked him. I finally just couldn't take it anymore. I'm
I
like,
know.
do you like anything?
He's insufferable.
You don't like anything.
But here's what I found out though. So the last episode dropped on Friday, Falcon Winter Soldier, and he just goes up, Marvel can't write villains. Then come to find out, he didn't even watch the fucking show. Because then he's like,
You can't say anything then.
in our chat, he said,
That's like saying I don't like
know.
our president, but I didn't vote, but I don't like
Yeah.
the way this president's doing.
No, it's really like a big movie comes out and watching someone else's review, then basing your opinion based
Off
on
that.
their opinion.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. And then I'm like, wait. You were just shitting on Marvel villains, and you're telling me you didn't even watch it? And he goes, well, I'm giving it a second chance, which to me says you weren't really watching it.
You're
He
just trolling.
He just watched the first episode,
Yeah.
and he said how he liked it. And I'm like, you didn't watch it. You were
anything.
really,
Someone else said that they didn't like the villain, so he's like, I don't like
Yeah.
the villain either.
he probably got an article from a webpage he follows
Kids,
that told
let me
him.
tell you, these
Yeah.
kids these days.
I'm like, Rocky, come on, man. Like, I don't mind.
And also, how
giving
can you base off how bad Marvel villains are when you see the villains in DC?
That's what I said to him. I said, have you been paying attention? And I have
Name one good DC villain we've had.
I have to say, WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier to me weren't really about the villain, the bad guy. It was really
No.
about the. It was
Yeah, it was about the
more than
character
that.
themselves. It was building the characters.
Struggling with
Yeah.
with 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 their own personal problems and dealing with everything. Like I think the shows are more layered than just being like good guy,
Yeah.
bad guy,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
that is your 1990s superhero movie. That
Yeah.
was it. We made money. We don't give a shit. And I kind of feel there's a little bit more to these than just that. I mean, granted, you could just go into these with that in mind, and that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
But if you enjoy the characters and you want to learn more about them, I think these shows give you that as
It also
well.
gives you the chance to flesh out the characters in these shows.
Yeah,
Like
that's
you
what I'm
get
saying.
way
Like,
more into the character than you do in even just like the movies. You get
yeah,
like way more
a personal
attached
struggle, right?
attached to the characters than you would. Like now, honestly, like I like was thinking about like after Falcon Winter Soldier, like if something in the movies were to happen to a Wanda or a Falcon or Winter Soldier, it'd mean way more now than it did like
Back then,
beforehand.
yeah,
Like when they blipped away, it was like, oh yeah, they blipped away. Whatever.
yeah. You have more of an attachment to them now because they
Yeah.
never had their own movie.
No, like with
Um,
Spider-Man, the reason why it was so emotional when he blipped away was because you had grown attached to the character because of the other
right?
movies.
Yeah, and it was
They're
yeah,
just the
definitely,
side characters. You don't really have the attachment to the side characters as much.
totally.
But now
I
they've
totally
made the
agree.
side characters the main eventers,
Yeah.
so to speak. So
And I agree with that. So it's interesting how Rocky rolls. Rocky rolls.
Rocky
Um,
rolls, all right.
but anyway, we'll go. I did see two things over the weekend.
Okay.
I'll do real quick, and then we can do you, and we'll go into the news. Um, I saw the Chicago Seven on Netflix.
Oh, great movie.
It was good. It was really enjoyable.
Yeah.
It based on a true story. Um, like it was a really compelling story. I didn't know anything about it, so for me it was
Yeah.
all new, and definitely check it out. And it's funny because this is the most I watched Netflix in months. I barely watch Netflix.
It's been tough. They don't have much on there.
I
That's
mean,
worth
I
watching.
watch Disney and then HBO and Hulu,
Yeah.
but that's it. And Netflix just sits
It's
there.
like it's been noticed by like big like on the news. It's been noticed like Netflix's subscribers are starting to decrease because they don't have the tent poles like they used to. There's no like Stranger Things or Witcher or anything to kind of keep people to watch.
They're waiting for that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're putting a movie out every week. What I couldn't, or every month, I don't even know what they're doing, and I couldn't tell you what that movie
I
is.
can name one of those movies that they've released.
And then I watched the second thing on Netflix, the Last Blockbuster documentary.
Oh, great documentary! I watched that too.
That was so good.
So good.
It was so cool to see everybody like
Yeah.
in it, and then talking about the last one that's in Bend, Oregon. And it's still open.
Yeah.
And man, I told Alice, I'm like, I want to go. I want to go there.
I'm just go there and look at it.
Like it's when what's his face, the comedian there, Super Jaime, I can't think of his name.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about.
When he goes there and he's like, you could smell it, and
Yeah.
you know how exciting it was, and
Yeah.
it's so cool. That store has become like a celebrity, like like the woman who runs it. So it's kind of cool. It's a great documentary.
It was like I remember when I watched it. I forgot to bring it up when I watched it, but it's like one of those things that like brought back the memories of going to the video store.
I miss that. I
Like,
honestly do.
Video Galaxy,
Yeah.
up on Hazard Avenue.
Video Galaxy is where I rented my first movie.
Oh man, I remember like going there and then like they talked about with the guys, you'd see the guys go in the back room with the beads and everything. And it's
That's
like,
what
what's going
Video
on
Galaxy
back there?
had the adult room.
Yeah, what's going on
we were
back
always
there?
compelled, like, what is in there?
Yeah, what's in there? And then like you see like you get like if someone opened the things, you could see through a little bit and you'd see like the covers. Ooh, look at there's girls in there. Girls in there.
RX Place was another place I used to rent my movies. I loved RX Place. That's where Barnes and Noble is now, currently in Enfield.
Yeah.
And then we had a Blockbuster come in a little bit later on.
Yeah, and Hollywood Video.
Hollywood Video was like near the tail end.
Yeah.
And that place closed right after Blockbuster.
It was like a spurt. It's like
Hollywood Video was, I mean, It was a little better selection, but I mean, they were no better.
I
I
don't
mean,
think
they
I
were
ever
just like,
stepped foot in there. I can't even tell you. Like I remember looking at it, but never went inside.
I went in there. They had a good. They had more uncensored movies where Blockbuster censored a
Yeah.
lot of their films. A lot of their films were definitely edited, so
Mm.
they would have family friendly stuff.
Yeah.
And I think Hollywood Video had a better horror selection. But that's about it. It, it.
Mm.
it wasn't anything special. But I
Yeah.
mean, I do miss going and looking,
I
and
remember going to uh when Matt and Karen got married. I went. I had to get a. I went decided to get a suit for their wedding. So that was the first time I went inside Men's Warehouse because I refused. I was like, I'm never going in there. That was my Blockbuster. They took it away from me. I'm never going in that building.
yeah,
I remember going in there and just being sad. I was like, oh, this is
I
where
know
I used to hang out here all the time. I
it's a
used to
suit.
love because I used to work at the Shaws, and like during the summertime, if we were doing carts, we'd sneak off. I'll admit it now. I've never said I do this to anybody, but we'd sneak off to Blockbuster and we'll just wander around the aisles while we're at work just to get the air conditioning.
Yeah, yeah,
Just go and like wander around. And then like we would rent like a couple movies, bring them back, put them in our locker, and then like we like that's what we that was like the thing. You'd like sneak off to there or Dunkin' Donuts or McDonald's and get
yeah,
But no, I used to like they talk about like the Friday nights going there and looking for a movie and knowing you had the movie for the whole weekend,
yeah.
or renting a video game from there and knowing you only had a certain amount of time to beat it because you had to return it.
Well,
So you like would binge the game basically so you can get through it to put the game back.
yeah. Do you remember on in Stop and Shop there was a video game rental place
Yeah.
in Stop and Shop, and we used to on Saturday mornings go grocery shopping, and we would rent a game. They had video games to rent,
Mm.
and that would be the game. We rent like one or two games, and that would be the game I would play all weekend
Yeah.
for Nintendo or Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's the game.
Yeah.
And then if we liked it, we would try to rent it again and again.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, I mean, there's something about that I miss, and I know a generation coming up don't
We'll
they
never
don't
even
care.
notice and know anything about that.
They don't care, but
Yeah.
that I mean, it is. There's something fun about it to make an event about it. I mean, the convenience
Oh
isn't
yeah,
there.
you'd go
but-
there, you'd get your candy, you'd like get the really really bad probably for you microwave popcorn, the individual things of popcorn.
Oh
They had
yeah,
the tubs with
yeah,
the paper inside. You can get the popcorn microwave. Oh, it was an event. It was like you have brothers and I have siblings, so you kind of all have that. We had that same kind of probably memory of going there. And, like you'd walk in with your mom, and then she'd be like, "All right, go ahead, find a movie."
yeah,
And, like you
yeah,
all just run off in the different sections of the thing to find a movie that you wanted to watch.
yeah.
And like you'd have to like you always would like try to convince my sisters to rent something that wasn't terrible that I didn't have to watch. Like, oh, you don't really want to rent that, do you? Let's like come over here and let's rent Star Wars again for the 5,000th time.
Yeah, but we want to see.
I want to
Actually.
watch Unicorn. I want to watch the Care Bear movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was a great
Yeah.
documentary. It brings back the
Yeah.
member berries. Yeah.
Yeah. The worst memory of Blockbuster. Not even a worst memory, but just like the heart dropping moment of going when the new movies, like a new movie came out, you knew you wanted to see, and you get there and they had all those covers of all the like the cases of the movies,
Yeah.
and you'd look and it'd be like nothing, just the empty boxes, and you knew that you weren't getting to see it that week. You're like, oh,
I know.
I can't.
Oh, Titanic. Yeah, they talked about when Titanic how they
Yeah.
would have a copy for you because the smaller places didn't.
Yeah.
They couldn't hit the demand.
Yeah.
But Blockbuster is like, we promise you. It's
Yeah.
also interesting how Netflix came to Blockbuster, and they in this documentary they say they laughed them out and they turned them away. And Blockbuster could have bought in Netflix for fairly a cheap amount of money.
Super cheap. Like,
and they didn't do it.
Chump change, they could have had it.
But
then again, we probably wouldn't have got Netflix as it is now.
Right. But
because Blockbuster would have probably just drove it into the ground.
Yeah, but Blockbuster played themselves because if they had bought in that, they would have had that distribution even bigger, and it kind of would have helped them because they were on a better trajectory at that moment with that new guy.
I remember that time too when Netflix came out. I remember being in like the Blockbuster and talking with the people at Blockbuster and being like we were both like we're all laughing about like, oh, you people sending movies to the mail. Who wants to do that? Like, I'm not gonna wait around for a movie to be in the mail. I can just drive to the store.
I know.
Get it from the store.
I said the same thing.
Like, who's ever gonna do this?
But as soon as I remember that day, I was at work, and I remember Netflix was catching on for a younger audience that wanted things coming in the mail like that. And I remember when Netflix announced they were going to allow streaming on certain titles, and you can add them to your queue.
Yeah.
Because they had a queue for mailing, so you would add all these movies, and once the movies returned, you'd get your next one automatically.
Yeah.
But there was a big thing where they were going to do streaming some of these titles, and I remember the kids at the high school were very excited by this, and we're just that's all they're talking about. And I was just kind of like, what is this? You know, like I had no idea. So yeah, that is, I don't want to say any more. Watch the documentary because they go over a lot of
good people they bring in to talk about Blockbuster and all this stuff and all the different things. So
check it out.
It's on the Netflix.
It's on the Netflix that killed Blockbuster.
And
Chicago 7. So Mark, how was your week? What'd you do?
It was good. It was good. Claire and I started watching a couple shows. We tried watching Sasquatch on Netflix. It's I think it's a true crime. It's a true crime story about, it's like we only saw the first episode, and it's kind of, I don't know. I wasn't into it, so I don't know. Claire might watch it, but I'm not going to watch any more of it.
Yeah.
It's a little too weird for me. But it's like this one guy is a journalist that like starts the show, and he had a friend who had a pot farm, and like 3 guys get killed on the pot farm when they blame Sasquatch for killing the guys.
Wait, is this true? A true story?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's like, I guess stuff happens after that, but that's like the first episode is all that occurs.
So 3 people die.
Yeah.
They're blaming a mystical creature.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. And that was the first episode, but I didn't it's like a series, like a mini series kind of thing. So I didn't really get into the rest of it yet.
Yeah.
But the other one we started last night is called It's a Robbery. It's about the paint, the art theft in Boston in 1990.
Yeah, I saw the thing for that on Netflix.
Yeah. And we just watched the first episode, and it's like a 5-episode mini series kind of thing, or it might be 4 episodes. But just the first episode alone, I'm like addicted. I'm hooked. I want to like watch the rest of it.
Yeah.
They wanted to watch all 4 right then, but Claire's like, I can't. I have to go to bed. Like, bed's for losers. Let's watch this movie. Let's get this over with. But yeah, so those are the 2 of the things that we kind of got into. So, but they're both really good.
Cool. I'll have to check out the art one. I saw that. I saw the thing on Netflix. Oh God, my back. Sorry. Like, I'm standing and my back's just like tight. It's tight today. Yeah. So last night the Oscars were on, and I have to. This is the first year I didn't watch the Oscars.
Me neither.
I've been watching the Oscars all my life.
We talked about it last night, Claire and I, before, like, as we're having dinner. She's like, "Do we want to watch the Oscars?" I'm like, "Why? I don't know any of the movies that are nominated."
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you one person, like one movie that's nominated. I haven't seen one frame of any of them.
Well, I saw the Chicago 7, which was, I believe,
but I mean,
nominated.
like, it's not like there's anything that's like,
right.
Oh man, I can't wait to see if this one wins.
Every year we try to watch all the best motion pictures, and it's we print out our ballot. We try to guess, and
you had parties. I remember
we used back in the day in Springfield a couple times. But anyway, Allison goes, "This is weird. We're not like betting on this. We're not watching." I'm like, yeah. This is what I said to her. I go, I feel like a poser watching it, because I go, I didn't watch any of the movies, so I don't really have any attachment to anybody winning or losing.
No.
I don't care. So I'm not going to watch it. And I
Yeah.
watched the highlights this morning and I was satisfied. And I'm going to go over the winners
Okay.
real quickly in the news.
In the news.
I'm not going to go over all of them. I'm just going to do the major ones. And leading role went to Anthony Hopkins for the father.
For the father. I heard that was really good.
Yeah, which was, people were saying, this was a big one because Chadwick Boseman should have won for Maya Raimi's Black Bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And Anthony Hopkins did mention Chadwick Boseman in his speech, which was really nice. A very class act. Actress in leading role, Frances McDormand in No Man's Land, which also won for Best Picture. Which I had not seen, and it's on Hulu. And I haven't seen any of the films other than The Trial of the Chicago 7. For music, original song went for Judas and the Black Messiah. And my man, Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, and John
Batiste. The guy that's the lead guy for
Spit It Out.
Bears band.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
He won. They won for best original score,
which is
really awesome.
Which I heard is a great movie. I just haven't watched it because it's like seems to be depressing for some reason. So I was I don't know if I want to watch that.
I'll check it out.
Disney Plus thing.
Yeah, I mean, Tenet got visual effects, which those were pretty trippy. So I'm happy it won. I did see that movie. I'm going to go real quick. Animated feature film went to Soul. And directing went to Chloe for Nomadland.
Chloe Zhao.
Chloe Zhao. I'm just going through this real quick.
Best supporting actor went to Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah, he's amazing. He was hilarious. He was really good at Saturday Night Live.
He was in Good Out too. Yeah.
Yeah. He was fantastic in SNL, and I'm happy he won.
Best supporting actress went to Yuan Yu Jung for Minari. She was the grandmother in that, which I thought I only saw the trailer for that movie. That's the reason why I know who she is.
Yeah, and that's about it for the big ones.
Yeah,
we pretty much named all the big ones. But yeah, maybe next year I'll get into the Oscars. Also, it was weird because the Oscars were so late. I mean, we're in late. Oscars are usually in February.
Yeah.
Or January. Like you have the Emmys, and then like a couple weeks later the Oscars. Like usually not so late in the year.
Yeah.
April. They're not in April usually.
No, they're usually at the end of February. Yeah.
Yeah, February and March.
Yeah,
February. Actually, the Oscars are in February because they would always coincide when we'd have the East of the River comic book show.
Yeah, and they're always were like right after Valentine's Day.
Right. Two big pieces of news that broke over the week. We have Russell Crowe will be in Thor: Love and Thunder, and it's revealed who he will be playing. He will be Zeus.
Yes, the god of gods.
And I love this quote from Russell Crowe. This is what he says. I'm going to get on my bicycle. I'm going to ride up to the Disney Fox studio around 9:15. I shall be Zeus. It's for Thor. It's my last day of Zeusing about, and I'm going to enjoy it. So I don't know. Yeah. I mean, is he probably going to get in a little bit of shape? Because Zeus, he's muscular, but he's also kind of like that old school muscular.
He's like an old guy. He's like a dad bod kind of muscular.
Yeah, exactly. And Russell Crowe has let himself turn into that bod. Yeah. So it's interesting. I'm sure he'll be training a little bit because I think it is filming. Is it filming already?
It is filming. Yes. Yeah. They've been filming.
Yeah. So Russell Crowe as Zeus is pretty awesome. I think this is going to be.
Yeah. Because I also don't know if like it could be Zeus as like fat Thor kind of. It could be that kind of thing. It could be Zeus kind of giving up on himself kind of.
Also, they wear costumes that make them look muscular. I mean,
that too. That could be a thing too.
When you watch WandaVision and you see what's his face when he's the dad, He's
Yeah,
super
Paul
skinny.
Bettany is
Paul Bettany, and then he was wearing the
the
Vision
Vision
suit.
suit. Then
He's
got like a
all
tight,
muscular.
yeah,
But then he's wearing the suit, and he's like a string bean. He's a string bean kind of dude. So
yeah, he is. Yeah, he's very like Stephen Merchant, kind of very
they,
lanky.
yeah,
A lot of arms and legs.
all they got to do is put the molding on him,
Yeah,
and then just his body will just
tuck it
form
all
into
in,
it.
and
Yeah,
there you go.
Disney magic, people.
Yeah,
It's called Disney
it's
magic.
called CG.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. And then this was kind of out of nowhere. Amelia Clark will be joining Marvel's Secret Invasion on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Now, I didn't even know they're doing a Secret Invasion show.
You did know, but you forgot because you forget everything.
I did know?
Yes, it was part of the D23 media dump when they announced like all the different Marvel shows and all the different Star Wars shows.
It probably happened, and I went, "Oh my god!" And yeah, I probably forgot. Yeah,
you did.
I probably did.
You did. If
Yeah.
you go back and watch the shows, you can see Brian's reaction to that show, which will have the same reaction in 3 months when they announce when it's coming out, and Brian forgets that we talked about this now.
Yeah, probably.
So it's fun to watch Brian's reaction to multiple things at the same time.
It's Groundhog Day for me every couple months.
Everything's Groundhog Day for Brian.
Right. Well, I mean, this is kind of cool. Amelia Clark hasn't been in anything since Game of Thrones, and
That's not true. She was in Last Christmas.
Like I said, Amelia Clark has not been in anything since Game of Thrones, and I think this will give her that.
That movie got some play by some people. Thought that was a good movie. Just because you didn't like it doesn't mean.
Like I said, Amelia Clark has not been in anything since Game of Thrones. I don't even know what that movie is. I don't know. It's a thing. It came out.
It was her and the guy from Crazy Rich Asians.
Was it good?
I don't know. I just know that that's what the movie was. Claire wanted to watch it. I didn't watch it.
Oh, see. I like new Christmas movies, so I will watch that this year.
There you go.
Thank you for adding that, because I like new Christmas. I hate just rewatching the same goddamn Christmas movie over and over again. I want to.
You could have already watched it, but you didn't because
I'll watch it.
You're a biased man who doesn't want to watch new things.
I'll watch it this year. At the end of this year,
okay.
We should do a review show about it.
Let's not say we did.
Okay, that's okay. Anyway,
you'll forget about this anyway, so I don't really have to worry about it.
I think Amelia Clark needs something that will be. It would be nice to see her in something that's better than that last season of Game of Thrones, and I think she needs a redemption story for her, because
Do you think that she thinks that, or is it just because you think that? I'm pretty sure she doesn't care.
The fans.
The check's still cleared, so she doesn't really care.
The fans do. The fans.
Yeah, but on her side, I think she's fine with it.
Oh God, yeah.
She still got paid for it, so she don't care.
She don't. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she does a little bit, but I mean, it's not like she's like, oh my gosh, I have to I need to redeem myself to my fans.
No.
She's sitting there with her paychecks coming in for the show.
I mean, I think she's a great actress, and this would be awesome. And Secret Invasion, it's going to be interesting how it's going to be the show, and how we're leading into that. We've already been leading into that with Captain Marvel, and now with WandaVision, we got a little bit
Spider-Man.
of that.
Spider-Man Far From Home was good. Nick Fury and Agent Hill.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about at the end. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, so we've got dribs and drabs.
And WandaVision, there was
I said that.
A nod to that too. Yeah.
Right. So that's all I got for news, Mark. You got any news?
Not really. No, I got nothing.
You never have anything.
No, you're in charge of news. Why should I have anything?
No, we're both. This is our show. You got to be in charge of
news. I brought my news at the beginning with the basketball game and talking about what's going on this weekend.
Did you hear about the person who got speaking of videotapes, did you hear about the guy, the person who got arrested for not returning a videotape?
No.
This
I think I might have saw it on Facebook and just
I didn't get it from let's see, felony. A Texas woman faced felony charges for not returning a VHS tape over 2 decades ago.
They still like holding on to this?
Yeah, 2 decades. She got arrested. I mean, come on. A Texas woman recently learned she was charged with a felony after not returning a VHS tape for over 20 years in Fort Worth, Texas. And guess what the movie was? Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
It's a movie?
1999. Yeah. I guess, I don't know if it was like a TV episode or a movie. It was a movie, I think. I don't know. But she learned. I think she learned this because she got like I think she got pulled over or something, or someone told her.
So is it like a small movie rental place? I missed what you
Uh,
said there about that. Or was it like it wasn't like a Blockbuster or anything because they forgave all their
no.
returns.
She got something in the mail. They told me that I had an issue in Oklahoma, and this was a reference number for me to call the number. Meanwhile, I'm a wanted felon, she said. According to the documents, McBride was charged in March 2000 for felony embezzlement of rental property. The location, movie place, went out of business in 2008. So this place called Movie Place. What a great name for your business.
Yes.
McBride
Wonder why I
said
went into business.
she didn't recall renting the movie and believes it may have been her old roommate who was at fault. He had two kids, daughters, and they were 8, 10, and 11. You're 8 and 10 years old, and I think he went out and got it and didn't take it back or something. I never watched that show my entire life. Just not my cup of tea.
Yeah. So because they didn't return a rental, the guy like put a
she's a felon for embezzlement.
Put a claim for a rental.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That should be illegal to do that.
McBride said
the movie rental. What's they going to get from that?
But this gets interesting right here. She said she also believes she may have been let go from different jobs during over the last 21 years due to the felony charge showing up on her background check. So she has
you would figure this out sooner or later and decide to look into this, and not just
why, if no one tells
20 years later to figure out that this has happened.
If no one tells you, you know.
Well, some places would be like, "Hey, we have to let you go. We found you have a felony in Oklahoma."
I don't know. Nobody told her. She didn't get it until now. That's
especially hilarious. If it's embezzlement. If you're like, imagine if she was like applying for a job at a bank.
Oh yeah.
And then she doesn't get the job. Sorry, you didn't pass the background check.
Isn't that crazy? Anyway, I thought that was a great piece of news I heard this morning on the radio.
Man, I should probably check my background and probably get a couple.
I'll tell you, when I got my PS2, I got my PlayStation 2 the first day it released. That's all I could afford. I went to Hollywood Video and I rented SS Tricky and Smuggler's Run, and I held on to those two games for half a year. I never returned them, and I owed. And what happened was
Hollywood just bought them games probably for the amount of money you probably paid.
Hollywood Video went out of business. I still have them. And I ended up getting they sent it to collections, and I ended up getting a fee for $100 for overcharges. So I just paid that. Isn't that crazy? And that was
you could just bought the two games for $50 a piece.
At that time, I didn't have the money. I mean, I was just like, I'll pay this and get rid of it. But this was years later. I mean, years, like 4, 5, 6 years later, I got that in collections. So
how weird is that?
There's weird. The problem is they send out the collections, so it doesn't matter if they close or not. That collection still wants your money.
Well, yeah, because they put it into a collection, so they need to get the money from the. That's what it is. The collections place pays the business, and then the collections goes after the individual to get the money back.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter that Hollywood Video was closed or not.
Yeah.
So
I would just send back the games.
No, I kept them.
Here you go.
I think I still have them on my shelf. I mean,
I would have just been like, I would just mail them back. But like, here you go.
Smuggler's Run, I have.
Was that a Star Wars game or just a random?
No, Smuggler's Run was a Rockstar game. And it was just like you were in a buggy and you had to smuggle drugs. It really wasn't much to it.
Yeah.
You know, family friendly.
Family
stuff,
fun. Right? For the whole family.
Anywho, and I have SSX, so I do.
Of course you do.
Still. I do. Anyway, so we wanted to briefly
here's some
talk
news
about
for you.
what?
I have news for you. Over the weekend, I filmed a commercial for the flea market or the markets.
Another? Oh, I was going to say another one, but you filmed one for the
Yeah, no, I'd filmed one for the Hideout, and now I just did one for the markets. But in the process of filming the thing for the markets, I was talking with Bill, and there's a guy in the markets that does old video games and consoles and fixes them as well.
Oh, nice. I'll have to check it out.
He's a former IT guy, from what I understand from talking to him a little bit. I think he was a former IT guy or something like that. But he's actually he has a shop in the markets, and he's taking that shop and he's moving into Bill's store on Cooley Street in the next couple months. So he's going to have a shop inside Bill's shop where it's going to be all used video games and consoles.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
So going off your old video game news. So there you go.
Cool.
But the markets are pretty neat. The pretty neat little spot. They got a lot of little tiny shops inside there. The place is full up.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
a lot of people in it. A lot of people shopping, or
yeah, it was pretty full. It's a corner of they do have a limit, like a limit of people that can go in. So they do keep track of people going in and out, and then if it gets too much, they'd hold and then wait until other people leave. But
yeah,
it's on the corner of St. James and Carew Street in Springfield.
Oh, nice.
Open on the weekends from 9 to 4, I believe, for the hours.
Cool. I'll have to check it out.
Oh yeah, it's in the old Dave Pet Food City.
Yeah, yeah. Once I get my second vaccine, and 2 weeks after, I might feel a bit more comfortable going. So
yeah, and it's really spread out. They spread out the booths enough where you're not like, you don't feel cramped, which is nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So Mark, we're gonna briefly give our review of Falcon Winter Soldier, right?
Yes. If you had a chance, you saw our Friday, we released the right after review of the show. But for those of you who had not had a chance to watch that, we're just going to talk a little bit about the whole season as a whole, the series as a whole, because we think it's not going to come back again. Because they announced after that last episode came out, and after we had recorded our episode about Falcon Winter Soldier, there's news that there's going to be a Captain America 4 starring Anthony Mackie as Captain America.
Yes, so cool. So,
there you go. So the story continues there.
Yeah. I think it was a fantastic show. I'm like I said, it's hard to compare the two, but out of WandaVision and this, I like them both immensely. I like them both immensely.
Yeah.
But I can say like this one was more grounded, obviously.
Except for the flying.
Well, I think if this one had come out first, I mentioned this before, would have tempered expectations with WandaVision, and I think people were too hard on. Got a hard on that Captain America needs to make a come. And like, no, the story is about the new Captain America, and I loved it. For what it gave us, and I love the social commentary that it gave back to us, and I love the emotional beats in this. And I mean, not everything about it was perfect, but nothing, no superhero show or movie is a perfect, film experience. But I got out of it, I really liked, and I hope they continue down this path of making very high quality shows like this. With Loki and then Secret Invasion coming down the pipeline. I really have no bad thing to say about it. I don't have any nitpicks to say about it. All I have to say is, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. I think it's a great show. It has a lot of social commentary that's about what's happening now in our country, and also amazing, really great performances. And that's it, really, man. I give it, I think it's a 9. I give it a 9 for the whole series, a 9. And that's for me. I don't know what you think, Mark.
I agree with everything you said there, Brian, and I'll give it a 9.5 to start. And I love the action was awesome. I think it was it's like you had said earlier, a different flavor than WandaVision. WandaVision was more of a psychological action show, as opposed to this one was just a pure action show, but it did have a little bit of had a good heart to it.
Yeah.
And it was a really nice in-depth look into Sam going through the process of being handed that shield at the end of Endgame and what that meant to him.
Right.
Like he had a lot to deal with that. It wasn't like just put on the suit and go kind of thing. Like he had
Yeah.
to like come to grips with what that meant and what that was going to mean for him in the future of being Captain America. And having that speech he gave at the end of that or in the episode was poignant for not just this Marvel universe, but also I think for in real life universe as a whole. I think it was the same kind of like you could take that speech and put it on a podium at the steps of the Washington Monument, and it would just be as poignant in my opinion. It was just a really well written show. The different facets of where they're going to take the Marvel universe and the way they set things up with U.S. Agent and Power Broker character with Sharon Carter and all those different avenues they could go down and how that's all going to connect in the future is intriguing and interesting. But I do have some breaking news, Brian, fresh into the news desk.
Oh, wait.
Yes,
Breaking news.
Hello, welcome to the news desk. As of 12:15 today, the Big E is announcing on September 17th, coming to the Big E Arena. I hope you're sitting down, Brian.
Hold on.
Adding to the 2021 lineup. Because we saved so much money last year, we're going to blow it all this year.
Oh no, Foo Fighters.
Machine Gun Kelly is coming to the Big E. September 17th.
Oh God. Machine Gun Kill Me.
Yes. On sale Friday, April 30th at 10 a.m. Get tickets to Machine Gun Kelly's Tickets to My Downfall tour coming to the Big E Arena.
Friday, that wasn't really breaking news.
7:30.
That wasn't
breaking news. It's on my phone as breaking news.
But the Big E's coming back?
The Big E is back.
I don't know if I'll be going, but
Big E
if you like Machine Gun Kelly, I'm happy for you. Yeah. But as someone,
they started this weekend. They launched the drive-in theater at the Big E this weekend. So
we talked about that. Yeah, your microphone is a little off because you're kind of quiet now.
Better now.
Keep talking.
Better now.
A little bit better.
Okay.
And let's not derail. Okay, we'll talk about next week. Machine Gun Kelly, yippee skippity doo.
Well, the Big E's back, baby.
So that's our conclusion on Falcon Winter
Soldier. Falcon Winter Soldier, which at the end of it, of course, nicely done. They changed it to Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Concluded, and I would suggest anyone who's a fan of the Marvel Universe, if you're a fan, you probably should have watched it already. But if you haven't, and if you're looking to get into watching the Marvel movies, I think this is these two shows, WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier, would be a good way to get your way in.
Yeah. I think what Disney Plus does, it's kind of cool. You can watch the movies in order, or you can watch them in order of sequence.
And they also announced this week another news, which I totally forgot about. They struck a deal with Sony. We're going to bring the Spider-Man movies to Disney Plus as well.
Right.
So originally, the full Marvel universe on Disney Plus.
So originally, they struck a deal with Netflix that Netflix would have streaming rights to Spider-Man, which they do. They still do. But then Disney came in, and then they're like, well, now Spider-Man can come in there too. So that's kind of cool.
Well, now you have the full story, basically, because now you have the Spider-Man movies. So you have that whole connection now. So it's all together in one spot.
It's pretty wild that we all focus on the Sony Spider-Man stuff, but nobody ever really talks about the fact that Universal still owns the Incredible Hulk. It's interesting. Universal, that's a Universal character, and they've been loaning it out to that. That's why that's why we
haven't got an individual movie, because
we got one that kind of really started it. With
I'm saying, but that's why you haven't gotten. That's why there's no Mark Ruffalo.
But
he's only allowed to be in movies with other characters.
Yeah, he can't have
any solo movies.
I think
That's part
that
of the
first
deal.
one he did with Edward Norton might have been a Universal movie.
It was.
I don't know if that was even a 20. It could have been on partner with
No, none of them. Neither of them were Marvel movies, Marvel
yeah,
Studio movies.
but that technically does start the MCU because at the end
Yeah.
of that, Tony Stark
No, that was the
shows
Eric
up.
Bana one. Was
No,
Eric Bana the first one?
yes,
Yeah.
that one has nothing to do with anything.
That has nothing to do with anything. That's a total
Edward
Universal one. Yeah,
Edward Norton,
that's
that
right.
he was gonna play the Hulk, but then he wanted too much control. They
Yeah.
said no. But that movie kind of starts it off because then there was an
And
ending
you see
credit.
the Nick Fury.
Yeah. So it's interesting that Universal. I mean, they're all making money.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal, folks. So I think it's.
But also, too, you have the crazy thing of Marvel before they got bought by Disney, when they were in dire straits and possibly going bankrupt in the early 2000s or something like that. They had sold the theme park rights to Universal only on the east side of the Mississippi River, so they could have a Universal Florida, which is why you never see a Universal or a Marvel park at Disney World.
Yeah, but Disney already announced they're going to do the Avengers.
Avengers Land opens in Disneyland in June.
I know. Isn't that crazy? So we had the Star Wars place. Now we're going to get the
Avengers Campus.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's already built. It's ready to go. They were just waiting to reopen Disneyland.
Well, it's not ready. I don't think it's ready to go, right?
Yeah, no, it's ready to open. June 14th. Marvel's Avengers Campus opens.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it says it's opening June 4th, 2021.
Yeah, that's what it was, June 4th, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Because Disneyland opens Friday for the first time in over a year.
Yeah, which I knew was going to be closed for a while. Don't know if I still trust it with Florida.
No, that's
Florida.
California.
Oh, California. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Florida's been open since last July.
Yeah, Florida doesn't,
They don't give no. They give zero fucks. Florida.
All right.
How many fucks does the Florida give? Zero fucks. That's how many fucks they give Florida.
Let's get into Mortal Kombat before we end the show. Let's give our review. I was so excited for.
So here's another bit of breaking news, Brian. The
oh
news
my
is hot
god!
off the press today. This is
actually
end
the show. We're
this is actually
related,
though. This is actually related to what we're talking about.
Okay, it better not be R. Kelly is.
It's not
playing with MC Kelly, Machine Gun, Bongo Boy.
In the can't believe this person still has this position. Mira actress Amber Heard just showed off her Aquaman 2 training. Your mic's muted. Your mic is muted, or something happened there. Can't hear you now. We made a clicky noise and then we lost you. And you're coming back.
Hello?
Yep, got you now. And we lost you.
Can you hear me now?
We do, but it's not coming through your headsets. It's coming through your speaker.
This is what happens.
All right. Can you hear me
now? Now I got you.
All right.
You got so angry you lost your microphone.
This is not. Save it for next week. This is not breaking news.
It is breaking news. It just got posted.
Whatever. Who cares? Do you care? I don't care.
Well, I can't believe she's actually still keeping her job.
It is what it is.
How's everyone else lose their job except for her?
I don't know. Let's talk about Mortal Kombat. This is why I don't care about her. I want to talk about Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
So, hold on. We're starting over. Here we go. Mortal Kombat got announced. Super hyped for this. I saw the original Mortal Kombat film as a little one in the theater with my friends.
A wee one, even.
Blew me away. Loved it, even though going back to it now, it's cheesy.
It is a franchise that needed and deserved a reboot.
Oh yeah, because the
first movie was good. Second movie got worse.
They all got worse.
The third
so bad.
movie should have just been called Abomination instead of Annihilation.
Right. Okay, I sat down and I was like, I want to see fights, death, and that's all I care about. And I got that. And
I'll tell you what I did. I sat down going into this going, okay, you need to do some major impressing here, Mortal Kombat. Because the last two were terrible. And even if you're like a little bit interesting, I'll be okay with it. I'm not asking for like,
not asking for much,
high quality screenwriting or anything.
Right.
I want to see like three things. I want to see Jax get his arms ripped off instead of just automatically having superpowered arms.
That was an awesome scene.
I want to, which unfortunately I knew going in, I wasn't going to see Johnny Cage, but I wanted at least some kind of nod to Johnny Cage, which we got as well.
Yep.
And I wanted to see a badass Sub-Zero.
We got that.
Which I got that too.
Dude, he froze.
Unfortunately,
blood.
he was the bad guy.
He's always been a bad guy. He froze.
Well, he was a good guy in the second movie. He became a good guy.
I didn't watch those.
Yeah.
Okay, he froze blood and killed someone with their own frozen blood.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I got all the moments I got playing these games, and Kano was like awesome.
Kano was Kano.
Dude.
That guy was perfect.
Yeah, he was perfect. I think it was played by Josh Lawson.
Yeah.
I thought Sonya Blade was fantastic. Cole Young, who played that, he was a vanilla. I don't know why they picked some generic dude when they had over 1,000 characters to pick from. They could have made him.
I don't know why they why they had to pick. Like,
it could have been Johnny Cage. Character. It would have been so cool.
Well, they wanted to save Johnny Cage for the second movie.
I know.
And they wanted to make a new character to like be the basis of the new stories.
That's my only thing, is that they could have found a character that exists already in this.
And like the weird thing is his like power is he wraps himself in his own bandages and like
he makes his own
energy and then
he
uses
basically
it
turned into
a mummy.
Green Lantern.
Turned into a mummy, like a part mummy.
But he had those cool things.
Army.
He had those cool things on his
and why does he get like weird sword weapons?
Dude, and he
But
destroys.
he's like a pit fighter, and they gave him weapons. It's like that made no sense to me. That was my only thing. My only thing was the main character was terrible. Everything else was great.
Yeah.
The actual Mortal Kombat characters were great. The new thing that they threw into it was my least favorite part of it.
He was just a generic vanilla dude.
And he was bland.
Special.
He was so like set dressing. He wasn't even have to be there.
Right.
You could have took him out of this movie and his whole story out of this movie, and it still would have been fine.
Yeah, I mean,
you could have done without all that.
Yeah. Like, I get hit. His character was pivotal because he was related to the baby that they hid in the very beginning.
What was his mother or something?
Yeah, that was the whole rift.
Or had to be a grandmother of some sort. I don't know.
He was part of the lineage.
He was a direct descendant of Scorpion.
Basically, he's going to bring balance to the Force.
Yes,
I guess it's
he's
really
Luke
what it comes.
Skywalker
He's Luke Skywalker. I loved that first 9 minutes.
I'd watch a movie just that. I'd watch that movie, a old type of kung fu movie, where the guys are killing each other with swords, and you get like the now kind of fight way they do fights now.
If they do
face plant guys on the ground and things.
But the guy who directs John Wick is directing the Ghost of Tsushima movie adaptation.
Yeah,
that's what it would be like. And I'm so excited because that game's amazing, and that's the kind of shit we're probably gonna get.
Yeah.
But I like this movie for what it was. I didn't want. It
was a popcorn movie.
Yeah, wasn't Shakespeare.
Like Godzilla and King Kong. I'm not here for the story. I'm here to watch monsters fight.
I got what I came for, and I got satisfied.
Yeah.
And man, I wish I saw.
Got to see Prince Goro.
King Kong, and I wish I saw this in the big screen.
Yeah,
because that would have been fun to see this.
You get all the hits. You got Prince Goro. You got the different. You got Reptile. You got Cabal.
Oh, dude, we had Scorpion. We heard "Get Over Here." They said their catchphrases. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Get over here. Finish him. Fatality. When Reptile shows up and he pulls Kano, rips the heart out of Reptile.
Kano wins.
Kano wins. Oh my god. he was almost in a different movie. This guy,
Yeah,
he
it was great.
So
They like
out
did it
there.
and then like threw in like little things like flawless victory, like little things from the game,
I know,
just to give
it's
that little
great.
bit of like your member berries.
Ah,
The only thing they didn't have was Tootsie,
I was waiting for Toasty.
Toasty.
I thought Jax was cool. It was cool to see he
Jimmy
had
Olsen.
the metal arms, and then
Yeah,
he grew them when
he's
he
Jimmy
his
Olsen from Supergirl.
oh, is that who that is?
Yeah,
Um,
he's like the only person who has like any kind of like previous. Like the other guys did, but I mean, he's like the only one that has like other movies that are shows that I would know of off the top of my head.
yeah.
The guy
Seeing
who played
Raiden,
Shang Tsung was awesome.
yeah, seeing Raiden back.
Yeah,
You know,
not being a white guy.
well, that was originally the Highlander who played
Yeah,
him in the original.
Carradine.
Um, no, I wasn't Carradine. Who
Oh yeah,
played
you're
the
right. That was
Highlander?
what's his face there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lambert.
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember his name now.
He was
Doesn't really matter.
awesome. But yes, we should see these characters being represented as they
Yeah.
really were in the game,
Yeah.
not just white people coming in and taking over the
Yeah.
characters.
Exactly.
I loved it. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's not perfect. Yes, it was rushed. Yes, it you could poke holes in the plot with like this piece of paper, but did I care? No.
No, it was a great.
No.
What it was a great intro movie to the
Yeah.
universe of Mortal Kombat.
And I hope to make a sequel, and I hope they get a bigger
Which they
budget.
already are making a sequel. They've already announced
Right.
that already.
Nice.
That was announced before the movie came out. I think that they had signed the majority of the actors are signed to at least 3 movies. I think that was the
Great.
rumor.
Fantastic. I hope they get better each one. My only nitpick, the fighting scenes when they did a fatality, they did something that was really gory.
Yeah.
But when they were just fighting, I felt like it cut too much. Like a lot of cutting.
Well, it was very actiony.
Like, but they would cut behind them so you wouldn't see things
Yeah.
land. And I kind of felt like it felt like PG-13 fighting, but then you'd have that rated R gore fest kill. But like I want the fights to be a little bit better. Like I really want to see like just a little bit more knocked out, dragged out, blood going everywhere when they're fighting. That's my nitpick. It's not much. I still.
It could have been a thing too of this was also filmed during the height of COVID, I believe, like when it was like big time. So I think that they were probably trying to not let people get so close to each other at the time. So they're probably trying to cover it with different things. But no, it was like you said, it was what you wanted out of a Mortal Kombat movie. Just I wanted to see people get killed. I wanted to see people's body parts ripped apart.
I wanted to see my favorite characters, and I saw them.
I don't understand. Making Scorpion the main character basically of the movie was very cool to see him finally get like his his reps or whatever they would call it as the main guy, and the whole thing of giving him an actual what his character is in the video game and why he becomes that.
They gave you a little plot, which was
gave
nice.
you a little thing for it, and that kind of can move that character along now. And then the thing at the end with he's going looking for Johnny Cage in Hollywood.
He's like, I gotta go to Hollywood,
which I knew would be a thing that would pump you, like get you excited.
Oh, what? I knew I yell out loud, Johnny Cage, and then they go to the So, oh God, it was awesome. I for fun factor, I give it like I 1 out of 10. For me, it was definitely an 8, 9. I think 8.5. I would say.
Well, the other thing too is like I think I had the thing like I said about the Godzilla King Kong. That movie and this movie were like perfect for HBO Max. Like these are movies that like you can go to the theater and watch them if you want to see them on the big screen, but they're like they're not movies that like I have to go see at the movie theater. But I want to see them that same weekend.
I want to see both. I wish I saw both of these in the theater because I think seeing, especially this one with a group of people in the big screen, would have enhanced it
Well, for the reaction side of it, you get like the
Yeah.
oh.
Watching it at home, especially King
Yeah.
Kong, I was just kind of like, man, it would have been so cool to see those on the big screen. But I see your point, opposite of my point, saying these are films I normally wouldn't go out to go seek, but since I'm getting them for free at home,
I'm more apt to watch them.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think
like I would never went like if you guys were like, oh, we're gonna go see Mortal Kombat in the theater, I'd been like, all right.
Oh, I would have been like saying, hey guys, I'm going to see Mortal Kombat. Who wants to join me? And I don't even care if I'm the only one.
And Hutzel.
It probably
and John.
I could see John. I could see some of us going.
But yeah. But speaking of which, though, their thing about Danny is he'd mentioned something about doing renting a theater for Black Widow.
Who?
Dan Wilkinson.
Well, I mean, by then I will be fully vaccinated, so
yeah.
we don't need to rent a theater.
I'm not paying something about it.
I'm not paying more than my $15 to get into a movie to see Black Widow.
But Mortal Kombat, I suggest watching it if you haven't seen it yet. If you're looking for a good hour and a half killer, it's fun, it's gory. Get your bucket of popcorn and sit back and enjoy.
Yeah. All right,
turn your brain off for a little bit. You don't have to worry about what's going on in the world.
Yeah. All right, Mark, that's been a show.
It's been a show.
We should wrap this up.
I'll see you Saturday, Brian, with your walking pants on. Do you have your shirt yet? Do you have your superhero shirt ready to go?
I guess. I mean, I'll wear.
I got mine.
It's going to be chilly in the morning. It's always chilly, so it's just like.
No, be a man and wear a t-shirt.
Are you going to wear shorts or pants?
No, I have walking pants. They're like light pants though. They're like a workout pants.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm wearing them right now actually because I'm going to go walking after this.
Yes, I'm going to go walking too. So that's why I'm trying to wrap this up.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. I'll see you and hope to see everybody else this Sunday.
Yes.
At Matt's free lunch flea market comic book show.
2 Park Place. Is that the address? Granby, Connecticut.
Park Place, 10 to 3 p.m. I believe.
Yeah. Right after you get done there, you can go and collect your $200.
Yes. All right, we'll be back next
Park
week.
Place. Get it? It's a Monopoly joke.
Wah wah.
Wah wah.
All right, see you guys.
All right, kids. Have a good week, everybody. Enjoy the nice weather. It's supposed to be almost 80 this week. Open your pools. Bye now.
Bye now.